Alrighty, welcome to the Groovy Voice Podcast. I'm Chase, and I'm here with Austin.
Hey.
Austinio. Alright.
I wish you didn't say that.
Alright, so what we're going to be talking about today, as you can see is on screen, mental health. Well, not only just mental health, but what you put into your body that creates your mental health and like how you see the world.
Right.
So whether it's food, whether it's what you drink, whether it's what you watch or hear, everything that you watch, eat, drink builds you as a person from 1 to like 12 years old.
Yeah.
Like that is the most impressionable parts of your life.
Yeah.
So like, let's say you eat nothing but pizza rolls, watch action movies, people killing each other, horrible language, anything like that.
Sounds like anyone named Kyle, really.
Yeah, you're gonna turn out to be a Fortnite player. Like that's just, and you don't want to do that. No, okay, so no, but on a more serious note, so what you put into your body, whether it's food or anything else, most people know how food affects your body. I mean, you put bad food in your body ends up turning quote unquote bad.
Right. Like, that's pretty plain and simple, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty plain and simple. And I mean, that goes for a lot of stuff. So like drinking, let's say you drink nothing but water for like the next month. Yeah, you're going to lose like a soda. Sodas taste good. I drink a soda every now and then. But you will feel so much better. Your body will feel like when you start changing how you eat, you start to feel better. And you start to respond to things better.
Yeah, you'll probably feel better naturally, waking up and feeling better. Or like going to work feeling like you have more energy or whatever. Just because you're healthier,
There was a science article thing that came out that was talking about how sodas actually kill your melatonin.
Really?
And so like stuff like sodas, energy drinks and stuff, that like wake you up.
Yeah.
It actually kills your melatonin over time. So that's why people suffer with insomnia so much nowadays. It's not only because of their phone, but because of what they put in their body.
Right.
And that can mess up your mental health so much because it messes with your mental image of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like here recently, I've gained a lot of weight. Like, I haven't gained you can't really see it very much, but like I've lost a lot of muscle and like put on a little bit of weight. Because I'm not doing anything anymore. I'm eating fast food a lot. I mean, I'm waking up early in the morning, going to the radio station. And I'm sitting on my butt all day at the radio station. Yeah. I'm coming home. I wrote 2 essays on my lunch break today.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I'm constantly doing stuff. And when I get home, I don't want to go to the gym. I just want to sit back, relax. And you know what? A lot of times I'm like, I'll grab a soda or I'll grab an energy drink. I mean, man, I want to stay awake for a little bit. I want to play some video games.
Yeah, you're at work all day, Now it's time to do you.
Yeah, and so then I just do that. I go to sleep, wake up, do the same thing again. And I've done that for like the past 2 weeks. And it's absolute. And the thing is it's affecting my mental health. Like I looked at myself this morning and I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, that's not okay. I'm like, this is something I would have never allowed myself to look like.
Yeah.
And like a couple months ago, would have never allowed myself to look like this.
Right. What were you doing for work before the radio station?
I was working at a pizza place.
That's right. Yeah.
But I went to the gym every day.
Yeah.
Right after work, I'd just go to the gym because I enjoy going to the gym. It's exhausting, and I don't want to do it a lot because it is exhausting. I feel better afterwards. Like, after I do it and get it done, man, I feel so much better.
Yeah.
And my mental health's more improved. Like, when I look at myself in the mirror, like, I see myself in a different way. Like, you just look at yourself better when you start to try to improve it. Which is weird because nothing might actually change. Like, you may look in the mirror and nothing physically change. But the way you look at yourself in the mirror changes completely.
Right, and that ultimately makes you feel better, like mentally, So, like, So I was gonna say, like, I'm constantly doing stuff throughout my day, and I'm totally guilty of grabbing an energy drink, whatever energy drinks we sell at the hardware store that I work at, and just sipping on that for however long I'm working my shift. But I always try to balance that out with water. Recently I've always been bringing my water bottle to work with me. I have like this little
Ooh.
hydro flask that I keep with water in
Oh,
it.
those are
And
nice. The hydro
yeah,
flasks.
yeah, it keeps it cold all day for me. And I try to sip that out, but then it's just most of the time I'm like, God, dude, I can't do this. I need to start like I need to drink an energy drink or something like that. And it's
Yeah.
because normally, like, especially on the days where I'm not working, I don't have to worry about school or anything like that, or if it's just like late at night and I'm just playing video games, I'm constantly drinking soda. I've got two liters of soda sitting in my fridge right now that I just sip on and drink while I'm playing games. And so I've kind of like built that artificial energy kind of thing, where it's like I'm up
Yeah.
until like 3 a.m. because I'm just drinking soda or whatever, and then drinking energy drinks throughout the day. And it's super unhealthy because I don't go to the gym very often. I mean, I'm walking around a hardware store all day lifting stuff. And so it's like when I get home, I just want to go to bed, or I just want to sit back, relax, watch TV, play some video games or something,
Yeah, and I mean that's fine. I mean, you gotta treat yourself. Like
Right.
you can't do the same thing every day. You can't go to the gym every day. Like I don't care.
Right.
Like there's people that post on Instagram going to the gym every day, but like as a normal person like that has a 9 to 5, it's hard to
Right.
just go to the gym every day.
Yeah.
Like, and if you go to the gym every day, like go 30 minutes a day. Like maybe like you go up there 30 minutes,
Yeah.
little workout.
Just go for 30 minutes and run. Just run. Try to do like a mile or something on a treadmill.
Yeah, but so I don't know. I'm the worst to be telling you this right now because I went from going to the gym every day for 4 months straight to
Yeah.
I haven't been in the gym in like 3 weeks.
Yeah, I'm not in any position to tell someone on how to be fit or anything, but I certainly know, at least for myself, how to keep my mental state in place. Whether that's
Yeah.
like forcing yourself to wake up at a good time and doing something before, like you have to go to a class or go to work, whatever. So that way you could feel productive throughout your day, not just like, oh yeah, I laid in bed until about 30 minutes before my shift started or whatever.
And that's the thing. It's your physical health will help you in life. Duh.
Yeah.
The more physically fit you are, the more things you can do without like strain. But people work out not for the physical benefit alone. It's mainly just because it makes you feel better.
Yeah.
Like it makes you feel
sure.
better about yourself, like more confident in more situations. Like, okay, esports players. I was sitting here, deep analysis on why esports players work out so much. And this is like a new thing that came up because esports players, they're like, oh, the big fat guys, blah, 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 blah. But here recently, if you look at esports players, a lot of them are pretty built. Like, you look at esports players nowadays, and some of them are pretty toned or cut. Like, a lot of them look pretty, like they're pretty athletic.
Yeah.
It's because all these organizations are putting gyms in their facilities. Because there was an article that came out, being more confident in everything you do and being more confident with yourself made them better. Like, they were more confident at the keyboard in like what they could do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's also things like if you start to work out more, you can like get your muscle memory off. Like, let's say you lift heavier, and like I actually experienced this. I had to lower my sensitivity when I was playing minor competitive CS:GO because like I started lifting a lot. Like I worked out the entire time. Like I was built when I was playing, and I actually had to lower my sensitivity because I was over aiming. And I realized it's because I was working out more, and that it was a weird mental muscle thing.
Yeah, it's like increasing your I wasn't gonna say self-awareness. I guess I was gonna say like reaction time. I guess kind of. So I pulled up an article here, and this is from the healthdirect.gov website, and it has a whole bunch of stuff on benefits of exercise alone, benefits on your mind and mental health due to exercise. And it says, during exercise, your body releases chemicals like endorphins and serotonin that improve your mood, for one. And it'll help reduce any feelings of loneliness, isolation, and put you in touch with other people. It also says here the exercise pumps blood to the brain, which can help you think more clearly and increases the size of the hippocampus.
Hippocampus.
Hippocampus. No,
Yeah.
that's the first time I've ever read that word, I think.
That's the back lower part of your brain that stores your memories.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So it says that it'll help increase the size of the back of your brain responsible for your memory. So exercise alone, probably if you keep it steady, I mean, even if it's like once a week, will probably help you, one, increase your memory and help you feel better as a person due to releasing endorphins and serotonin and stuff like that.
Yeah. And so that's the thing. Okay. Physical aside, what you put in your body is not only what you eat and what you drink, like we talked about at the very beginning. What you watch and what you do every day affects you as a person. Now, as you get older, you start to filter things. I mean, I could walk by and like see a movie or something like that of a guy getting dissected like in front of everything, and that's not going to affect like that. I'm desensitized to it. That's a good way of putting it. I'm desensitized to it.
Yeah.
And it's because my brain filters it out. My brain filters out as, oh, that's just whatever. But as a kid, you don't have that built up yet. So, and this supports like a lot of the things I hate is like kids not playing violent video games. But to a degree, they're right. I mean, until you hit a certain, that's why there's an age range on video games. Like they're
right.
13 or above or whatever. It's because until you turn about 12 or so, you're not going to start filtering that stuff out. So you may see your character on a video game kill an innocent bystander, and you're not going to think, oh, well, I'm going to go kill Ben, but you start to desensitize yourself to that.
Right.
So, okay, a better way to put it. You see cursing. Like if you watch a movie of people, you watch Deadpool as an example. As an adult now, or as older now, I don't think, oh yeah, I can just do that. But as a younger kid, they're going to go, oh, that's how you talk. That's how people talk.
Yeah. You're
not going to dislocate, oh, that's his character portrayal. I mean, that is how some people talk, but you can't just do that. You know what situations you can and can't do that, you know?
Yeah, and I actually know a little bit about this because I wrote an essay last semester for my English class on a topic that I chose that was how video games affect children and do video games cause violence. And although there are no scientific studies leading to video games causing violence or certain events that have happened before, they found in a group of people that they've studied out of male and female, the male group that played video games were prone to getting more easily aggravated by certain things that happened when they regularly played video games. Not to say that they acted out or that they were more likely to commit a crime or anything, but that they were more easily aggravated by something wrong happening after playing video games, steadily.
They probably played Valorant solo queue.
Yeah, right.
And they were just on it. No, but it's not wrong. Your brain gets used to that firing of mechanism. Like your brain gets so used to releasing certain chemicals that it will do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It like, okay, you watch a scene on a movie, somebody gets hit by a car. You see that in real life, your brain shuts down. It doesn't know what to do. It's seen it before, but it doesn't know what to do because you're desensitized to it to a degree that your brain doesn't know how to react.
Right.
I don't know if that makes much sense, but like, if I'm trying to phrase that a certain way, but I don't know how to.
I picked it up. I caught it.
So, and the thing is, it's like my grandma, lovely, sweet lady, very good Christian lady, and amazing woman. And she always told us as kids, whatever you put in your body will affect you for the rest of your life. And if you never put it in your body, you don't have to worry about it.
Right.
and she would like tell us from like things about her childhood that she remembers till today. Like, and this is gonna be a little weird, and sorry about this, people, but she told me as a kid, like she was very sheltered as a kid. I mean, as I was too. But somebody at school had gotten a picture out of a Playboy magazine, and my grandma was very, like I said, very Christian woman, and listening to her tell this story is hilarious. But she's like, he showed me a picture of a naked woman, and to this day, I remember that picture. And she goes, I have never seen anything like that again in my life. She goes, so that goes to show you that whatever you see will live with you forever.
Yeah.
and she's not wrong. The thing is she wasn't. I mean, she was a young kid. That was an impressionable time in her life. She saw that, and if she would have taken it a different way as it being okay, that could have changed how she was for the rest of her life.
Right.
Like it could have been like the standard for her on like what she's supposed to. I don't. That's throwing it out there, but that could be like the standard that she looked up to being, like an unrealistic Playboy magazine model. Like,
yeah, because at such a young age with such an underdeveloped mind, that's why they have laws such as like well, now nicotine included, but nicotine and alcohol being the age of 21 is because the typical male mind doesn't finish developing until I think around 25 or so.
Yeah,
but,
it isn't like
yeah, but at such a young age, you're more prone to addiction of something and being easily persuaded into something. Like from the furthest back that I can remember, I absolutely love horror movies now. I'm a big horror movie fanatic. In fact, I actually just got a frame today that came from Amazon for a huge, like a movie theater style poster of the first Halloween movie that I'm about to hang up after we finish this podcast. But one thing I can remember is from the first Halloween movie, and it's like the image is crystal clear. I could tell you everything about the scene in my mind. I was like 9 years old, and there's a scene where these two people are going up into a bedroom in a house to do their thing, and one of them leaves to go get something or whatever, and he gets, killed by Michael Myers, and Michael Myers takes the glasses that he was wearing, puts a bedsheet over his head, and puts his glasses on, and then he walks into the room, and the woman who's laying on the bed completely naked just like pulls the sheet down, and it was like you just saw, her bond,
her everything
just sitting there. Yeah,
her
and so
everything.
That was the first time I had ever seen something like that, and that's permanently stuck in my head. It doesn't faze me anymore, but as a child, that was like, whoa, okay, yeah,
that was like
that just happened.
and that was the day Austin figured out he was straight.
Yeah, that's right. But and that's not so bad. But for something like, I walked into my parents watching the Human Centipede movie. Have you ever seen that movie? Completely awful, disgusting horror movie. And I can't do that kind of stuff. That is like actually, disturbing. For something
I'm so
like that,
glad my dad doesn't like that stuff, because if I would have ever walked in on that, my childhood would have been ruined.
Yeah, dude, it absolutely sucks. That movie was awful. But that's
that
a good
movie
example.
is still awful.
Yeah,
like there's no like, oh, it's an older movie, so like it's not as bad anymore.
Hell no, man. I'm 19 and I still refuse to watch that movie. I will not.
I don't like horror movies, so I refuse to watch any horror movie.
Yeah, so I'm more of like the 80s type kind of thing, because it's like back in the 80s it might have been scary, but now it just kind of looks goofy. So I like watching old 80s horror movies.
I watched like Jeepers Creepers as far as I've got. I've watched all 3 Jeepers Creepers movies, and that's it.
Yeah, those are pretty good movies. I like those actually.
But my dad still tries to get me to watch Tremors.
Tremors.
I think that's what it's called. I'll look it up. But no, and just. But people, I know I have like an older, a younger audience, but you got to be careful with like who you surround yourself with too. Yeah, it's called Tremors.
Tremors.
It's supposed to be like more of like a stupid movie, I think, but I still can't watch it to this day. Like I still refuse to watch it.
Back in 1990.
Yeah, and my dad loves that movie, and I still yet to watch it. I've watched like parts of it because like he's had it on in the background.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, nope, won't watch it.
It's on Hulu right now.
And I know I have more of a younger audience, so please don't surround yourself with people that are bound to just and yeah, live your life. Do crazy things. You're young. Do crazy things. But don't do stupid things.
Yeah, don't be stupid, please.
Just yeah, I mean we've all done stupid things. Like it's gonna happen.
In our blood. Yeah.
But don't go after it.
Right.
Don't chase the dragon. If the dragon comes up on your front door, slay it. But until then, don't chase it. You might get burned.
Exactly.
But so I just wanted to let people know that you can change your life by what you put in your body. I mean, whether it's watching an inspirational podcast every now and then.
Yeah, there's this one that I recently started watching.
Really?
That,
what is it
yeah.
about?
Oh gosh, I don't know. It's these two guys. They have these really nice voices.
Really nice voices.
Yeah, they do it every week. I can't remember what it was called, but
is it go every Wednesday?
Yes, actually, it does. Have you seen it?
Is it? Yeah, I think it's like the Wednesday. Whatever. It doesn't get many views, and people don't really share it around. and the people that watching it, they probably need to like, subscribe, comment. And, stuff like that, that, like, help it grow and, like,
send it
get
to
more
5
out
family
there.
Members.
Yeah, maybe 6.
Maybe 6, yeah.
And, like, if you have friends like, Joey, John, Kelly, Crystal, Kim, like,
I love
anybody
Kim.
like that.
She's so nice.
Yeah, Kim's pretty cool. Yeah. And just send it to them. Let them know about it, But I can't think of the name right off the top of my head.
No, I can't remember the name for the life of me, dude.
Yes. Anyways, let's get off that topic. But no, just the things you put in your body just affects you so much as a person. It affects what you like. It affects what you dislike. Like if you watch nothing but, how do I say this without being biased? Okay, here. All right. Never mind. Me trying to save my own tail.
The cat has got Chase's tongue.
Okay, let's say you watch one party's... Okay, let's say you watch one political party's view, and that's all you watch is that one political party's view. You will find yourself agreeing with them because they're agreeable. And as soon as you watch the other one, you're going to disagree because you watched this other one first.
Right.
Because that's what you put in your body first, instead of opening yourself up and just opening everything.
Right.
I don't.
Basically,
except for your legs. Anyway, so.
But I mean, the most important part to think while you're going through your everyday life is just to kind of keep yourself neutral, I guess. That goes whether politically or how you're thinking about certain things or whatnot. Think neutral. See what's good, and know what's bad. It's quite plain and simple. Whether you're on social media or you're seeing something on TV or you're hearing somebody.
Is the worst.
Yeah, social media is probably, they say money is the root of all evil. Well, I mean, I kind of think social media is now the real root of all evil now, dude.
Well, I mean, social media is pretty much money now, too.
Yeah, you're right.
That's social media, and that's the biggest thing you put in your body every day.
Yeah.
Like, you watch nothing but social media 98% of your day.
I'm just gonna pull up my screen time here and see how much time I spend on social media per day.
Oh gosh, I don't want to see it. Now that I work at the radio station, that's all I do.
Really?
I'll go live every now and then. You're tuning into 104.1 KPOC, and now we're gonna be playing blah 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 by blah 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 blah. And I'm just every now and then do that, or you're tuning into the station with your 20-minute weather guarantee, and now for today's going to be sunny, highs in the upper 60s with a wind chill around 5 degrees. But And then other than that, I'm just sitting there on my phone.
Yeah.
Looking.
So
catching up
I'm
on
looking at
schoolwork.
weekly here because if I go by day, it's gonna go by today, and today I was at work, so I wasn't very busy. But weekly, I consume around 15 hours and 56
That's
minutes
not bad.
of YouTube. That's just YouTube.
Oh.
And then another 10 hours and 34 minutes of just TikTok.
I don't have TikTok downloaded.
Good.
See,
Or else you'd be wasting 10 hours of your week just like me.
trust me, I'd be wasting way more than that. And that's the thing, is these social media sites are so smart because they appeal to what you like.
Yeah.
And what you like is what you actually like. Like, you like the things that you like. That's
crazy.
You click like on the things you like this video. Down below, you can click that like button.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways,
Whole lot of plugs this podcast.
And also the subscribe button's right next to it. And if you ring that notification bell, you know when I go live, and also when this podcast airs, which is every Wednesday. But I do sometimes I get it off in the morning, sometimes I get it in the night, sometimes I get it midday. I try to get it as early as possible, but you never know when it's going to air. But you want to be there first so you can be in the comments first, because that means a lot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we read those comments, bro. We know everything you guys say. I promise.
Yeah. I actually respond to all the comments.
Yep.
I try to. So if you want to tell me something, you want to tell me how ugly I am, how bad my voice is, let me know, and I'll respond to you with a paragraph or more. I'll write you an essay.
So I wanted to read off here. This is from the McLeanHospital.org website, and I was just reading through an article they have here called "The Digital Age of Vulnerability." And let me see if I can find back to where I was here. So it says, the earlier teens start using social media, the greater impact the platform has on their mental health. And that has a lot to do with, underdeveloped brains. Like I said, most brains, especially in the male species, isn't usually done growing until around the age of 25. But they said this is especially true for females. While teen males tend to express aggression physically, females do so rationally by excluding others and sharing hurtful comments. Social media increases the opportunity for such harmful interactions.
That's weird.
I think everyone really knows at this point that social media, as of right now, is probably the root of all drama, bullying, sometimes suicides. It's kind of sad to hear. I mean, that's coming from someone who plays video games. Where in video games, a lot people get a lot of shit. But
how many times have you told to kill yourself when playing online?
Yeah. Oh, all the time, man. All the time.
Yeah.
But I mean, with video games, it's weird because it's such a community that we know that we're not actually being serious. But on something like social media, when someone sends you a direct message or they comment something on your post, that's not in a video game in a lobby full of people where everyone's going to hear it. That's specifically to you, and so that is a very vulnerable spot for anybody.
And because when you're playing a video game, it's like, oh, that could be some little kid. But when you're on social media, you can look at their profile.
Yeah, who you're talking to.
And compare that to you. And that's the first thing you do is you look at somebody and you compare them to yourself.
Right.
And a lot of times you'll compare them as better than you.
Yeah.
That just happens.
That's where the jealousy comes from, and that's usually what starts bullying is the jealousy.
Yeah. And you gotta just, I don't know. I don't know what else to tell you. You just gotta quit caring what other people think.
Yeah, I was about to say, I kind of want to quote Chase from the last podcast. Stop giving a shit about what people think.
I mean, I feel like
that's the biggest thing.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in today's note, I never really used my social media. I never even really had an Instagram until I was in a band, and I really created my Instagram page just solely for my band, so we can gain publicity. I still have it up, even though I'm not in the band anymore, and I post every now and then or whatnot. But most of the time when I'm looking, I go on it and I'll maybe spend like 30 minutes just looking at posts of other bands and stuff like that. That's really all I follow on there, or video games and whatnot.
Yeah.
But oh gosh, totally lost what subject I was even just talking about there.
I mean, what I use social media for anyways nowadays is that I just look at all my friends from out of the state and out of the country. Like,
Yeah.
Most of my friends are out of the state and out of the country, so like I keep up with them through social media.
Yeah.
Like just how I use social media, I guess.
And that's where social media is a good thing. I have people adding me on Facebook that I knew in elementary school, middle school, high school that I haven't talked to in years, especially since I've moved from Colorado down here to Georgia. Still I have people sending me friend requests like, oh, I remember this person. And so they can kind of keep track of what I'm doing, what I've done since last time we talked, and I can see how they've been, whatnot. That's the good side of social media. And then I think that's mainly because that's Facebook. You don't really find too many bad things on Facebook, just a bunch of old people posting political stuff. But then social
I love all the cute old people on Facebook.
yeah.
At least the cute ones, but there's some out there that are like, okay, you said that? Wait. Wait. You know that people see your name when you say stuff,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Like, just because you're behind a phone doesn't mean that people don't know where you live. Actually, in your bio, it tells us exactly where you live.
Like, oh, you go to this high school? That means you must live in this town, you know?
Dude, and that's the craziest thing is it's so easy to find out where people live nowadays.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why social media has done this, but you can just find out where somebody lives like that, and it's just super easy.
Yeah, and that the fact that, like, on Instagram, you can literally add a location on top of a photo. I mean, I guess that's understandable if you have, like, a private page and you know who's following you, but if you have a, public page and you're, putting a location with every photo you take, it's kind of creepy, man. I mean, sometimes I don't even like people knowing that I live in the state of Georgia, let alone what town I'm in.
I constantly forget what state you live in.
Really?
Yeah. I'm like, wait, is it North Dakota?
Yeah, North Dakota.
I'm like, I always forget. I'm like, wait, where does he live? I was like, the other day I was thinking, yeah, he lives in Texas, right?
Yeah.
But
So I guess when we're talking about the good side of social media, on the same article from the McLeanHospital.org, they have a section called "Set a Good Example," and it basically talks about parents monitoring what their kids are doing, and I feel like that's important to a certain extent. I feel like once a kid is, I would say probably around 16 years old, old,
16
you
years
deserve to
old
have
is
more,
pretty good to.
more privacy in what you're doing. I feel like you should be able to have your parents' trust, unless you're acting out or whatever. It says monitoring also encourages teens to remember that everything they share online is a permanent fingerprint. I remember my first year of high school, they started talking about no matter what you've done on the internet, what websites you've gone to, you have a digital footprint, and that's connected to your IP address, connecting to whatever server that website is stored in. Whenever your computer connects to a website, your computer is sending your IP address through your router, and your router is sending that, whether it's wirelessly or not, to a server to connect to that website. So your IP is transferred somewhere else. So you have a digital footprint. But they said if they don't want their parents to see it, then it shouldn't be posted. That's plain and simple, man. If you don't want to get in trouble for something, just don't do it. It's like we said earlier, don't be stupid,
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing. And is if you have to hide something, it's not worth doing.
Exactly.
Because, I mean, yeah, there's some things that, like, you're gonna do as a kid.
Right.
But you gotta weigh the consequences of everything that you put in your body and everything that you do. And that's the thing I don't think this generation understands. Is the consequences when you post something, the consequences when you say something, the consequences of, and not only what's going to happen to you, but what's going to happen to the people around you.
Yeah.
How that's going to make other people think or view, or how it's going to make other people feel. And that is such a disconnect from the generations nowadays of caring about people to enough of a degree that you care about how they're going to feel when you say or do something.
Right.
And people I wish we could have an empathy class like a class that you have to take in high school on how you should feel about other people, because I think it would do everybody a bit of good to learn some empathy.
We need a class just called Common Sense. I swear.
Yeah, we have Common Sense 101.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Dude, I had to pay $30 for a full tank of gas today.
That was kind of random.
No, I'm just like talking about common sense. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, no, $30. I mean, what do you drive a truck or a car?
A car.
Yeah,
I
no,
drive a
that is
car.
kind of insane. $30.
The gas prices have gone up so much in like the past month. And I'm like, stop. Hey, stop. I'm like,
yeah, for a
and they're
while it was like $2 around here, a little over $2, and now it's up at like $2.50 or something like that per gallon.
and the thing is people are like, and this is where, okay, this is why I thought of it. So common sense, people are like, oh, well, minimum. That's the thing. Everybody wanted minimum wage to go up, and it did. In Arkansas, minimum wage went up. But with it, gas prices,
taxes, whether
everything,
that's income
and
tax, living tax, whatever.
And I wish I could sit everybody down and we just all have a common sense talk about, hey, when minimum wage goes up, the people that were getting paid $15 an hour, they're still going to be paid $15 an hour, even though, or no, it went up from $10 to $11 an hour, which isn't much, but it made me spend an extra $10 on gas a week.
Yeah,
like that's still, I'm like, whatever. I wish I could have just had whatever. But no, and so when the minimum wage went up, I was already getting paid $1 over minimum wage at the radio station.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I started working at the radio station, minimum wage hadn't gone up. They gave me $1 over minimum wage. Well, minimum wage went up. They didn't increase my pay to $1 over minimum wage.
Yeah,
they kept it
you're staying
at minimum wage.
Right.
Because that's the thing, is that's what they could pay to pay me. Like that's what they could give out to pay me.
Right.
Because they don't get more money when minimum wage goes up. They have to give out more money when minimum wage goes up.
Right.
And so in order to pay people to work for them, they have to raise the prices of everything. So they do get in more money. But anytime minimum wage goes up, the price of everything goes up.
Yeah.
So
and like that all comes down to, like, I saw somebody was like, oh, hey, they're considering raising minimum wage. What are we going to do? And it's like, oh, I got an idea. Instead of like charging someone $250,000 for a house, why don't we charge them $300,000? So it's not like, if the government's like, yeah, okay, we'll raise minimum wage or whatever, then that means private businesses are going to be like, well, if you're going to do that, I'm just going to start charging more for my stuff or whatever. It's my business.
Exactly.
I can do whatever. Of course, whether you live in like let's say you live over in Washington. I'm not sure what the minimum wage is. I think it's like $12 or something. Buying something online is going to be the same price, as if I was buying it here from Amazon versus someone in Washington buying off Amazon. But where you are locally, whatever city you're in, whatever state you're in, that's going to go up lower. Whether it's like it's cost of living,
New
or
York,
food taxes.
I think New York has like one of the higher minimum wages.
Yeah.
Washington D.C. has $15 minimum wage.
Oh wow.
Like I pulled it up here. Massachusetts is $13.50.
What, bro? You know what minimum wage in Georgia is, and what it's been since I think like 2009.
Montana's $8.75.
It's $7.25 here. And
New Hampshire's $7.25.
Yeah, so I think New Hampshire and Georgia are the only two states that are still at $7.25. I think so. Don't quote me on that. But
I'm trying to. New York is $12.30.
Jeez, man, lucky.
Oh, annually for inflation until it reaches $15. And so it's getting adjusted annually until it reaches 15.
Oh, I see.
So they're slowly increasing it, which
I guess that's not a bad idea.
But at the same time, it doesn't fix the problem that. Yeah, Arkansas is now $11 minimum wage.
Okay.
Like it went from 10 to 11, and I'm like, hey, I was getting paid above minimum wage. Now I'm not.
Yeah, now I'm just getting minimum wage.
And see, that's the thing. the guy I work with, really cool guy, veteran. He's super nice guy. He still pays the same thing. Price has gone up. He still gets paid the same thing.
Yeah.
So the only people you're helping is nobody. That's just flat out simple. The only thing you're doing is making minimum wage workers bank accounts look bigger.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
But the thing is the money's still leaving the exact same speed.
Yeah. Inflation, taxes are going up, whether it's on clothing, living, vehicles and stuff. Or gas, So
yeah, gas is like one of the easiest things to look at when minimum wage goes up, because you will watch it go up. Like it went from $1.95 per gallon to $2.85 per gallon.
Yeah.
In like the matter of 3 weeks.
Yeah, dude.
Like, I'm like, stop. I'm like, stop. Go back down. I don't want this.
I never really cared about it as a kid. I remember I was little, living in Colorado. I saw gas. I think gas is maybe like 160, 170, 180.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's $1 or something, whatever. My parents explained it to me. Yeah, but that's per gallon. I got 20 gallons in my car, man. And then, now I'm like, yes, thank God, dude. Gas is below $2.
Yeah. No, for the first time, in Arkansas, it has stayed under $2 for a while. For the past 2-3 years, it was the first time it stayed under $2 in for a longest time. It was a year before COVID, and when COVID hit, gas was super cheap, everywhere. And I think gas got all the way down to $1.50 a gallon, and everybody was filling up gas jugs like crazy. But then people couldn't because they didn't have money, because they didn't have a job. So that's always rough. But no, people quit putting stupid stuff in your body. And if you do put stupid stuff in your body, make sure you know what's going to happen. Don't put stupid stuff in your body and not know what's going to happen. If you're going to do it, make sure you know what's going to happen. That's just the way I look at it. It's I can't stop you. You're a free person. You get to do whatever you want. But my word of advice is know what's going to happen if you do it.
Right. I think that's especially important for people who play video games regularly, because chances are, if you call yourself a gamer, you're spending a lot of time sitting down in front of your screen playing video games. It may feel like you're getting exhausted, but you're not physically moving or doing anything. So especially when you're doing something like that, or if you work from home, it's important to either exercise, eat healthy, or just plain out watch what you're putting in your body. Do I really need to eat a donut right now? Do I really need to go grab a Little Debbie from the pantry or whatever?
And that's the thing. It's it's not even how much you put in your body. It's what you put in your body when you do put stuff in your body.
Yeah.
Because I don't eat very often anymore. When I'm working at the radio station, I don't grab something before I get there in the morning because I don't have time. I'm getting up at 4:00 and I have to be up there by 6:30.
Ouch.
And so I don't have nothing's open, first of all.
4 a.m.
And so I'm just whatever. And actually, okay, so I started drinking this stuff called mud. And I don't know if you've seen the YouTube ad for it.
Mud.
It's called mud water.
Mud.
MUDWTR. And what it is, it's a Thai chai latte. That's kind of what but what it is, it's a turmeric Thai chai latte. It's supposed to be a replacement for coffee. And that's the thing, is I was drinking coffee a lot because I was waking up at 6:00 in the morning. But I started feeling jittery. I would go live and my brain would start freaking out. So I was I've got to change something. And so I called my brother, because he's really smart on a lot of this stuff. And he's like, have you ever checked out mud? I'm like, yeah, I have some out back. He goes, no, mud, the drink. And so I looked it up, and I'd seen the ads on YouTube. And I was like, I'll give it a try, whatever. So I ordered a sample pack, and I love it. Like, I've experienced so much better mornings because of it. And not only that, it's a fat burner because it has turmeric in it. Turmeric cuts down white fat cells and turns them into brown fat cells. And what white fat cells do is they store fat when brown fat cells use fat for energy. So, what does it do? Cuts down white fat cells, brings up brown fat cells. When you eat food, it comes out as energy, and it's a win-win. Everybody's happy.
I've never heard of this before.
But yeah, it's called mud water. It's actually amazing, and I love it. And I need to be drinking it more because it really helps a lot, and it tastes really good. If you like green tea, herbal tea stuff, it really tastes good. Or if you like chai lattes.
Chai, yeah, I was gonna say it has on the side here masala chai, cocoa, reishi. I don't even
reishi,
chaga,
reishi.
Lion's mane, whatever lion's mane is. I'm guessing that's some kind of herb.
And that's the thing, is it's all organic too. So you know what you're putting in your body.
Right.
And that's what I love about it. The thing is you can feel it activating in your body, like when you drink it, which I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but like you feel it like cleaning you out. It's so nice. Like you just feel like a breath of fresh air when you drink it.
Yeah, sometimes I just like waking up in the morning and just drinking straight up black coffee, and that usually gets me through a couple hours until I'm actually awake, you know?
That's how I am. Like, cause I'll drink just black coffee. That's what when I worked on the farm, that's what I did. So like, I'll just drink black coffee. But man, when I was waking up in the mornings, after a little while, I feel like I can't sit down. I gotta go do something. I'm freaking out. My brain feels like it's about to implode on itself. And I'm like, wait, every time I feel like this is when I have time to make a pot of coffee in the morning.
Right.
And so I just put two and two together, and I'm like, I need to find something else.
Yeah.
And anytime I couldn't make a pot of coffee in the morning, you know what I grabbed?
Some mud, man.
A Bang energy drink.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But no, now I grab mud because it's simpler. Like I can just what I do is I get hot water and I put it in a plastic cup, put it in the microwave, take it out, pour the teaspoon of mud in it. Then they give you a little mixer, just mix it up, and there you go. It's good. You just go. It's super simple, super easy, super amazing, super love it. Mud, sponsor me. I will. Yeah. I will be your representative.
Mud, hit this podcast up with a sponsorship, please.
I think they're a smaller company, honestly. If I got an email from Mud, I'd be like, bro, all right.
They got 5,000 reviews on their website. It kind of seems like a smaller company. Plus, I had never heard of it until.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. Well, any smaller company is going to be doing YouTube advertisement.
Yeah.
Like, that's just.
This is really cool though. They said that we pay for the shipping ourselves. The price that you pay for your little, I guess, little cup or jar thing, whatever you want to call it, shipping is included in that.
It's a little tin canister. Yep, it's super. And the thing is all it is a guy that went to a foreign country, and it's what they drink is coffee. Like that's legit what they drink is coffee, and he's like added a couple things. He added lion's mane for like mental performance and just stuff like that. Like he added little bits of stuff, and it really tastes good. I mean, it tastes. See, I have an acquired taste for a lot of stuff. Like I drink a lot of herbal tea, or I did when I used to meditate. When I used to meditate, I used to drink a lot of herbal tea, and I mean, I haven't really drank a lot of herbal tea since. But when I used to like meditate and stuff, I'd drink herbal tea because it just kind of helps like calm you down and put you in that sense of like just sense of like aura. I don't know. Meditating's so weird. People don't understand meditating. It's like turning your brain off, but you're not actually falling asleep.
Right.
Like it is the nicest thing in the world. I couldn't do it now. Like I had to like practice and practice and practice, and I finally got to the point where I could, but it'd only be for like brief periods, and I'd have to watch myself or I'd fall asleep.
Catch your composure, regather.
I would do it every morning. Like I would make my herbal tea. I'd run 3 miles. I'd come back. I'd take a shower. I'd meditate, and I'd go to school. Like legit, I had the best routine. I swear. Every day I came at it full force. I was like, that was my peak performance. That's also when I was playing my competitive CS:GO. Like, man, I was a stud. And now I'm like, whatever. I'm like, life's cool. I'm like already looking at the glory days, and I'm only 17. I've done it. I've done enough. Life's over.
Yeah, no,
whatever.
we all have those, bro. I wish I don't watch The Office, but the one quote that I do know from that show that I, kind of hits home with me is, I wish there was a way to know that you're in the golden days before you're out of the golden days.
Yeah. How long do I got of my golden days that I can ruin? Like, how many more of these things that I got to mess up here? 28. Oh my gosh, it's 29 days away from my birthday.
Oh, really?
I'll be big old 18.
Before
I'll finally be at a...
Yeah, man. That's awesome.
Be my quinceañera.
Too bad there's not really like a milestone for that age anymore now that like nicotine is 21.
Yeah, I can't go buy a cigar.
That was the first thing I ever bought when I turned 18. I literally went to a gas station and bought a cigar.
That's what everybody does.
Little birthday cigar, man.
Yeah, but I can't do it now.
Yeah, I guess it's all for the best, though.
No.
Because no, well, because I'm pretty sure what really sparked that was the uprising of Juul. Yeah, a lot of the underage stuff, and that goes back again. Don't be stupid, bro. You're in high school. What are you gonna do with a vape device?
Smoke it.
Yeah, what? For what, man? For what?
Because it looks cool, duh.
No, yeah. Let me plug this into my computer real quick. It looks like a USB.
Yeah, it pretty much does. There used to be things you could plug in your computer, and there was like Juul pods that looked like USBs, so you could just have it in school.
That's funny. That's actually kind of funny.
It's ridiculous. And the thing is they made that, and they're like appealing to a younger audience. Like, hello.
Right.
Like, wait, isn't that supposed to be nicotine? Yeah, but like younger audiences, right? It's like, no, you can't. Audiences. You shouldn't be doing that. But no, and the thing is the way I look at it, I think it should all be at 18, because if I could sign up and go die for this country at 18.
Exactly, yeah.
But okay, yeah, and that's like nobody's at 18 is going off to fight a war right now. Like, trust me, with the way technology is, you're not going from 18 to go fight in a war.
Yeah, no, the draft hasn't been around in how long, dude?
Yeah, people aren't fighting wars anymore. Machines are fighting wars, and people are setting hundreds of miles away operating said machines.
Yeah.
Like, but the thing is, it's like there's a level of like stress and stuff you have to do once you turn 18 that I'm like, you know what? You're an adult. If people want to screw up their lives, let them screw up their lives. Like, it's America.
It doesn't affect you at all, man.
It's America. If I want to do nothing but drink Jack Daniels and smoke my Marlboro Reds and sit on my front porch, hell, I'm gonna do it.
This sounds like every person above the age of 60 down here in Georgia.
Honestly, I'm moving to Georgia at the age of 18, and I'm doing all those things. Shotgun across my lap, Marlboro one hand, Jack Daniels other hand.
You'd blend right in, dude. You'd be just another neighborhood.
I'll be another neighborhood watchman.
Yeah, right.
Put me on
50 of them.
No, I'm gonna have a dog next to me also that goes and fetches me beers.
Golden retriever that knows how to open the fridge.
Yeah, her name's gonna be Lass.
Lass.
Her name's gonna be Lass. Hey, Lass, grab me a cold one.
That's funny.
That's the dream, man. Little neighborhood kids running around. I got Twizzlers in my little nipple pocket.
Whoa! Were you saying you're trying to lure children in with candy?
No, I got Twizzlers. I'm a neighborhood Twizzler. I'm the guy that goes to church every Sunday and hands the little kids Twizzlers.
That's your offering. When they ask for offering, it's just a bag of fucking Twizzlers.
I'm a full thing of Twizzlers.
The new bread of Christ is Twizzlers.
And I have them like stitched together so like it hangs over the offering plate and like it's really awkward. But like I'm so old and I've done it for so many years that like nobody says anything. So they're just dragging a long Twizzler through the aisle as their offering.
That's funny. Oh man.
Don't put bad things in your bodies, kids.
Like Twizzlers.
Twizzlers, yeah, Twizzlers, horrible.
Awful.
Actually, if you put black licorice in your body, then there's a special place for you at Costco. It's in the back. It's in the back. The very back of Costco.
Oh, dude. That's disgusting.
I can't. If you eat black licorice, I don't understand it.
I think over in Europe, that's like all they have. It's black licorice that's like covered in some kind of white powdering.
Yeah, they have liquor. It's just licorice.
Yeah, that's what they know it as, just licorice. It's disgusting.
Yeah. No, black licorice, disgusting. Red licorice, amazing.
Yes. Cherry, strawberry, whatever it is.
Yeah. They tried to do like a banana licorice, and it was horrible. And I'm glad they never did it ever again.
You can't beat the classic, red vines, Twizzlers, man. You just can't beat it.
Oh my gosh. I remember there used to be like this gas station, like you could get like these foot long, and they were called red vines. And like you saying red vines was like brought it back. There was like these foot long Twizzlers, but they were off brand called red vines. You can get them for $1. And they were ginormous.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they didn't really taste that good because it was like the off brand, like plasticky taste.
Yeah.
But as a kid, I wanted one so bad. I remember getting it and thinking it was the best thing ever. But now that I think back to it, I'm like, that didn't taste that good.
Like, why did I want that?
And the thing is I enjoyed it so much as a kid because I wanted it so bad.
Yeah.
I just had that sense of like, this is the best thing ever. Like, it also reminds me of the first time I ever had. Anyways, so we're tuning into about 56 minutes.
56.
I could probably, dude. These podcasts feel like they're shorter and shorter every time. I swear.
And I guess it kind of depends on the topic. What
It really-
we have in our mind.
But I swear, we talk about the topic for like the first 30 minutes of the podcast, and after that, it's like, all right, me and you get off topic a lot, which I think is a good thing. I mean, we're just chilling.
Yeah, that's what I like about this podcast. Just an area to sit down and just chill, talk your mind.
And if you like listening to podcasts, make sure to share it with other people. We need to get that. I hit 50 subs today. The other day, we hit 50 subs.
Let's go.
We're now already over it at 54, I think. Yeah, nice. We're at 54 already. But the other day, we hit 50 subs, and I was live on stream when we hit it, and that's a big milestone.
Yeah.
50 people have decided to hit that subscribe button. And you know what? You could make 55. So go on down there. Hit that like button, hit that bell, subscribe. You know what to do. And you know what you're listening to. It is the Groovy Voice Podcast with Austin and myself. So, everybody, thank you for tuning in. And y'all have a groovy day.
Take it easy.
Bye.